Now I thought today I would make up an egg, bacon and spinach breakfast casserole. Now this is absolutely scrummy with the ingredients I'm using, but the thing is you can mix and match whatever you want to use. Have a look in your fridge, use up some of the stuff and it will all come together and taste delicious. So give this one a go. So for making this egg casserole, I've got all my ingredients laid out, all sort of measured out. Now what I'm going to use is 500 grams of bacon. Now mine's streaky bacon, but you know, you could use any bacon you've got. If you can get it crispy, all the better. And I'm going to chop mine, you know, fairly finish sort of pieces. And again, I've got a couple of sausages. These are Cumberland sausages. And again, I'm just going to slice those down and add those in the mix. About 300 grams of bread. Now this bread's about a day old. And I'm just going to cut mine into smallest cubes. And that's going to go at the bottom of the baking dish. Cheese, I've got 350 grams of cheese. Now I've got cheddar cheese, it's extra mature cheddar, so it's a sharp cheese. 12 large eggs, 400 millilitres of milk, mine's full fat milk. I've got some little cherry tomatoes. Now these ones are really nice and ripe and I'm just going to probably cut those in half. 1 grated carrot, about 5 spring onions, again chopped up fairly fine. 1 red bell pepper, again chopped up fairly fine. Mushrooms. Now with the mushrooms, I just slice those and you can fry them off in a little bit of oil or a little bit of butter. And then I've got my spinach. Now with the spinach, I use 2 bags, so I filled up the pot. In total, there's about 400 grams of spinach. I just put those in the pot, put a lid on with a little bit of water and just cook them down, and then you need to drain them off in something like a sieve. Parsley, fresh parsley, break the leaves off, chop it up nice and fine. And then here I've got a little bit of the bacon fat. You could use oil, and that's just for going at the very bottom of the baking dish, you know, to make sure everything doesn't stick. Mustard powder, probably use about 1 teaspoon of that, and then salt and pepper for seasoning. So there's all the ingredients I'm going to use, but obviously mix and match what you want to use. Now what I'm going to do is start off by cracking the eggs in a big bowl, and we're going to give it a good beating. So what I'm going to do is just really give this a bit of a beating until you get all nicely mixed up. See some bubbles. That's it. Giving that a good mix. Now I think we're going to go in with the milk. Fair amount of milk there. Give it another mix. Now also I'm going to put in the salt. Good amount of salt. Freshly ground black pepper, like that. Then I'm going to put in the mustard powder. I'm just going to kind of guesstimate about a teaspoon. That'll do. And I might as well put the parsley in as well. Fresh parsley. And again, just give it a mix. Get it all nicely incorporated. I think that'll do us. Now I'm just going to move that eggy mixture to one side, and I'm going to get me sort of baking dish that we're going to use to put everything in there. Now, as I say, I'm using the bacon fat, which I think it'll give it a little bit extra flavour, but you could, you know, just go around, or a little bit of oil, or if you've got one of those spray oils, you could just spray it on the inside. But you know, trying to get a little bit of flavour in here. So go around with this bacon fat. Lovely. Now next of all, we can put the bread in. You just want to put enough in to give it a layer at the bottom. So in some ways, when you're doing this, you want to kind of plan it a little bit and make sure you've got a dish which is pretty much about the right size. Now, what we can do to that is to put some of that eggy, milky mixture. Now I'm just going to put some ladles in there, enough that the bread can soak it up, and then we can squash it all down. So I've got some of that milky mixture in there, just going to squash the bread down, and that will soak up some of that mixture, and that will be the bottom layer. And then what I'm going to do over the top next is to put some cheese. So get that good, well squashed in there. Lovely. So let's put some cheese over there. And with the cheese, I'd probably say you want a good layer, roughly about half of this cheese maybe. So just sort of sprinkle it, get it everywhere. Now I think next of all, it's up to you what layers you want to put when. I've got me sort of bacony mixture. I mean, you could chop it down finer if you want. Oh, that bacon, that's going to be good. Then again, it's up to you, but I think I'm going to use the spinach. Now again, what I did say is make sure you drain the spinach. Try and get as much of that water out, because it really does have a lot of water. And again, just make it a layer, spread it around. Looking good. Now again, it's up to you what you want to put next, but I'm probably going to go in with the mushrooms. Then I'm going to add a layer of that cooked, sliced up sausage, followed by the spring onion, the finely chopped red bell pepper, the grated carrot, then the tomatoes, and finally the rest of that cheese. I'm going to go in with this eggy mixture, which hopefully should find its way down. Now when you put it on, if you think, oh, I don't know if there's enough, I mean obviously you can always mix up another couple of eggs, add a little bit of milk if you need to, and just make sure you've got enough, because really the egg is there to kind of hold it all together. I think what I am going to do is just make up another couple of eggs, because to be honest with you, I don't think they were all large eggs, so I'm going to make another couple of eggs, a little bit of milk, and pour that over the top. So I've just whisked up another couple of eggs, a little bit of milk, because you know sometimes they say large eggs, but they're not always that large. So I'll probably use 14 eggs in here. Like that. That's looking better. See, it's, you know, you can see it around the sides and you think it's going to hold it all together. I've got that little bit of cheese left, which I'm just going to put it on top. And that really is going to be my final coating. I mean, there's a little bit I didn't use. Some of the tomatoes, a little bit of the carrot, and I've got a little bit of the spring onion, but we can dress things up later on with that. So that is looking good. Now what I'm going to do is switch my oven on, get that preheated. I'm going to put that on a baking tray and then I'm going to carefully place it in the oven, get it cooking. So my oven's just come up to temperature, so I've got a preheated oven. Now I'm just going to place that in like that. Lovely. Now I've got my oven set to 180 degrees Celsius, which is 350 degrees Fahrenheit, gas mark 4. Now what I'd say is you want to cook roughly for about 45 minutes. So set your timer, leave that cooking, and we'll check it in about 45 minutes time. Now I'm just going to have a look at mine. Now I've been cooking mine for 45 minutes. I think that's still a little bit eggy, so I'm going to leave it. I'm probably going to leave mine for another 10 or 15 minutes. Now I've had mine cooking, just coming up to 1 hour. Oh, look at this. Look at that. That looks absolutely delicious. It's been cooking for 1 hour. Oh, let's take it out and let's have a look at this. Oh, beautiful. Now I've taken it out of the oven and I'm going to leave that just for about another 10 or 15 minutes to settle down slightly, and then I'm going to chop a slice and try some. Now let me just try a bit of that eggy mixture. Oh, look at that. That is looking good. Oh yeah. Oh, that's so good. So flavoursome. Obviously mix and match with what you want to put in there, what you've got available. But it's all lovely. Look at that, nicely set. And you can have a bit of the leftovers, the salad with it as well. Absolutely wonderful. Thanks for watching my videos. I really do appreciate that. And look at this. Look. We've got that bit of sausage there. Oh, it's so good. Cumberland sausage. Wonderful. Now it's the next morning, and I had some that I left in the fridge overnight. So I've got a nice piece there. Look at that. Lovely. I'm going to have that for breakfast. So let me just have a quick piece of that. See how it is. Look at that, all the bacony bits in there. Let me try. Do you know, that is really nice cold actually, straight from the fridge. Oh, it's lovely. And it's still got bags of flavour. I mean, there's some good stuff in there. You've got the sausage, you've got the bacon, you've got the spinach. That is just lovely, absolutely lovely. And it really is the sort of thing you could take to picnics. You know, you can pick this up and eat it as is. It's just absolutely lovely as it is, nice and firm and wow. Go and make this. If you make it on the weekend, as I say, you could slice it up and you could have it for breakfast every morning during that week. It's absolutely scrummy. Keep it in the fridge when you want it. Great snack food. Thanks for watching my videos. I'll see you in the next one. The Original Naked Chef.